Hey guys, welcome back with Talking with Ken J. And y'all see a girl don't want a little red on you. But yes, if you read the title of this video, this is a conversation that I know a lot of people ain't ready to have, but it needs to be said. So today's conversation is the difference between toxic mothers and deadbeat daddies. Stay tuned.
Like this. Y'all didn't think that I could bump like this. Said I told y'all I was gonna bump like this. Turn around.
Okay, so I wanted to do this topic because I feel as though it's like a back and forth thing. Everybody has their own version of what a deadbeat dad looks like, what a toxic mother or a toxic parent looks like. And I just wanted to add my 2 cents because I am a single mother of a 3-year-old baby girl. She's about to be 4 next month, you know. And I did a video talking about child support and about single parents, and a lot of you guys, you men, chimed in, and I appreciate the feedback. Some of y'all talk from personal experiences. Some of y'all talk from what y'all see via like social media or from with family and friends. And I think there's a big difference between a toxic mom and a deadbeat dad, because just because a woman is a single mother, that doesn't mean that she didn't put herself in that position. Hear me now. That doesn't mean that she's not using her child, because a lot of single mothers, and I've experienced this with friends, would use their child as a pawn and dangle it at that man or whatever to get what they want out of them. Now, one thing I have learned, you'll find a good woman with a deadbeat daddy, a good daddy with a toxic mother, deadbeat mother, because mothers can be deadbeats as well. What I mean by a toxic mother is that the mother is apparent and present in the child's life, but what makes her toxic is how she talks negative and bad about the child's father, how she uses the child against the child's father, how she pursues for money, child support, or any extra type of income to use against the child father in order for him to either see the child or to not see the child. Also, being a toxic mother is how you carrying yourself in front of that child. As a single parent, I pride myself in taking care of my baby girl and not exposing her to a lot of things. I grew up with a single mom, so I saw the good, the bad, and the ugly. And what I mean by that is I seen the struggles of being with a mother who was struggling with 2 children, 2 girls, working 2, 3, sometimes 3 jobs just to make ends meet, just to put food on the table, clothes on our back, or whatever. But she also did certain things in front of us that should not have been done in front of us, that made us grow up quicker than we should have. When it comes to toxic mothers, how you talk about that child's father in front of that child is toxic. I don't care what type of relationship you have with the child's father, you never downgrade the child father in front of the child. You're making an opinion, or you're forming an opinion for that child based on your relationship with that father. And don't get me wrong, a lot of these men out here are trifling. A lot of these men out here are deadbeats. A lot of these men do nasty things. They don't want to take care of their kids. They don't want to man up to their responsibility. Trust me, I got one. Okay? I am a single mother. I have not put my child's father on child support. I don't call him, text him, and hound him for money or coins, because he knows that I have his daughter. He knows what it is to take care of a child. He's choosing not to. I don't badmouth my child's father in front of my child. When she asks about him, I call him. If he chooses not to answer, that's him making the decision for her. And as she gets older, she's going to be able to form her own opinion based off of her own observation, not based on anything that I said or put in her head. Because even though she's 3 and he's not a present help or adamant fixture in her life right now, whatever battles or demons that he's fighting in his own personal life that is causing him not to be the father that she needs, that does not mean within time that cannot change. She's 3. She could be 7 to 8, and he can fix his life and get himself in order and be what he needs to be for himself so that he can be a father to her. Who am I to deny that? That, to me, makes a difference between a toxic mother and a single parent who's doing it on her own. I am the true definition of a single mother. I don't pride myself in being a single mother. I don't have to shout it to the hilltops. I'm a single mother. I don't have to do all that, because what I do and how I raise my child is present when you meet my child. When you talk with her, when you have a conversation with her, how she appears amongst others shows the type of parenting that is in her life. Too many women I see, oh, I've been doing this by myself, I've been doing this by myself. Okay, there's millions of women in America that are raising kids by themselves. I'm only raising one. So my hat goes off to y'all who are raising more, because baby, children ain't cheap. Children can drain your energy mentally and physically, baby. So anybody who's doing it on their own with multiple children, my hat go off to you. There's a private VIP section in heaven waiting for you. That's just how I see it, because raising children ain't easy. But when it comes down to toxic mothers, we should be careful on how we make ourselves present in our children's lives, boy or girl, no matter who or what we're raising, because you don't know who you're raising. And the way you make yourself present also determines the type of relationship they have with other people when they get older. Remember, we're raising people who are going to be in society later on in life. Yeah, they little and cute and all that now, but how we make ourselves in their lives and how we make ourselves present and how we talk, our demeanor, our mannerism, how we carry ourselves in our children's life is going to be adamant on how they see females and women in their adult life. And they're going to say thing with men. To me, a woman is a nurturer. Every little boy, every little girl needs their mother and their father. The perfect vision of parenthood is having a mother and father in a home raising a child. But you can also have two toxic parents in a home raising a child because they're toxic to themselves. Just because you're a good person, that don't make you a good parent. Understand that. There's a total difference between being a good woman and a good mother. A good man and a good father. It's two totally different things, and you got to understand the difference. So being a toxic parent and being a toxic mother, like I said before, talking bad about the child, the absent father in the child's life, speaking negative, and then also being toxic is speaking that stuff into your children. Oh, you just like your daddy. Oh, you ain't gonna be nothing but like your deadbeat daddy. When you words have power, baby. When you speak that stuff over your children's life, you are speaking that into formation, and that will manifest later on. And you have to speak life. You have to speak value. You have to speak all that stuff over your children so that they don't turn into what you don't want them to be. That defeats the purpose. Why would you want to spit at your child? You are just like your deadbeat daddy. You ain't gonna be nothing like you know what I'm saying? Like, that is so negative and that is toxic. And a lot of women have a lot of toxicity within them, and they don't want to recognize that. One, it comes from their bad experiences with men. Some of them were fatherless. Some of them don't have the ideal or a good image of what a man is supposed to be present in their life. So that's why a lot of women you see with this is just my opinion, with multiple baby fathers, with different type of men having them around their children or whatever. You barely know what their type is, because it seems like almost every nigga is their type, because they're looking for what they never got, which was that figure. The first man that was supposed to love any female, any little girl, is her father. When you don't get that, that is the first man in your mouth that lets you down. So as you get older, you go around chasing that type of man. And if you don't believe that, I promise you I am a living witness. My father died when I was 11 years old. I was a daddy's girl. You could have told me my daddy killed 10 people, burned down the house, robbed the bank, baby. I'm going to have his side. No, he didn't. That wasn't him. That was a lookalike. You got the wrong man, okay? My daddy was snatched and taken away from me. He died in a car accident when I was 11. So when that left a different strain on me of abandonment, it wasn't his fault, but as an 11-year-old, as a little girl, that's what I thought. The one man that I loved, because I love my father dearly, was snatched and taken from me. Deadbeat fathers. I don't understand how you men think it is okay to procreate as much as you do, continue to keep sticking and moving, and not hold no responsibility to taking care of these children. I don't get that. How are you walking around knowing that there is a life on this earth that you helped create and you sleep wonderful at night, not knowing that that child is being fed, clothed properly, sheltered correctly, being raised correctly, around the right people, have no trauma, have no hurt, harm, or danger going their way? How do you sleep well at night knowing that you have no means of being in that child's life? That irks my entire nerves. Because I feel as though a lot of you men, you got it easy. You got it made in the shade. Some of y'all pick and choose when y'all want to be a father. This ain't a feeling when you just wake up and, oh my gosh, today I want to be a daddy. And then you go to sleep and the next day, I don't want to do this no more. No. No, parenting is 24/7, 365. How do you pick and choose when to be in a child's life? And then y'all want to play this teeter-totter, like this back and forth where you want to be there one day and then you choose to back up. No. Kids need consistency. Kids need somebody who's going to be persistent in stability. If you're not going to be a stable fixture or adamant person in your life, you're just going to walk around and continue to be a goddamn visitor. And these children don't need that. When it comes down to my child father, everybody knows this man irks my tired nerves. I will not talk bad about him in front of my child. If she asks me, I would let her know. If you want to know anything about your father, you ask him. Until she gets older enough to tell me, Ma, I do not want a relationship with him, I'm gonna let her make that decision on her own. I'm not gonna implant that inside of her head, because as a mother, as a woman, that's not what I want to do to my child. I hope and pray that one day he get himself together where he can be what he needs to be in her life. But ultimately, I'm going to protect her from any hurt, harm, and danger. So when he shows up and he doesn't show out like he's supposed to, I'd rather you stay away, okay? Than to show up in her life and be toxic and not be what she needs. You're better off being absent. And that's on God. That is on God. So there's a big difference between a toxic mother and a deadbeat father. To me, deadbeat fathers come in many forms. They're either present, but they're not helping. Meaning the mother in the household is doing everything: parenting, childcare, paying for stuff, raising, taking care, sheltering, clothing, feeding, and he's just a body. He's just a body. And I call some men babysitters. Some men are just good just for every now and then you need to go to work because the child's sick and can't go to child care, and they just watch it for a few hours, but that's the best that they can do because they don't want to do nothing else. That is, to me, that is a deadbeat dad. And that's a lot with women too. That is a deadbeat dad to me. And to me, you ain't worth nothing. My opinion, you don't like it, change to another video. I'm just speaking facts off of my experiences. So I want y'all to talk back to me. Let me know. Do y'all know the difference, or can you relate to the difference of a toxic mother and a deadbeat father? Those two are two different things. Sometimes I've met friends and I've met women who don't even know that they're toxic. They don't even know that their behavior is wrong. They don't even see the error of their ways. They don't even see and notice that how they acting. And sorry, y'all, something's on my lip. Lipstick. Gotta correct that. Oh, look at the whites. But they don't even know that they're toxic. They don't even know that their behavior is harming their child. If you don't get nothing else from this video, get from this. No matter what goes on between a man and a woman, the only little people that are affected are the children. I don't care how bad the relationship is. I don't care how bad anything is. Do not talk negative about the female or the male of the parent to these children, okay? Don't form these opinions for them. Let them continue to pray, continue to raise, continue to grow, and continue to glow in them children's life. Children know who are there and who are not there. No matter what we do, no matter how bad you may talk about that parent, them kids gonna love their daddy. Them kids gonna love their mama, because it's in our nature. It's in our nature. No matter how many months my child go without seeing her father, as soon as she see him, she runs to this man and worships the ground he walks on. And it only irks my nerves because he knows that the love that my daughter has for him is like you would think that he's a god to her. And he does nothing, absolutely nothing for her. Absolutely nothing. But I won't bash him. I won't talk negative. I might talk negative to my friends, but I won't talk negative to my daughter. When she get mad at me, she be like, I want daddy. I want to say, you don't want that, but I ain't going to do that. Because she don't know that. These children don't know nothing. They don't know who's spending the money. They don't know what the parents supposed to take care of. All they know is a present body that is there. Consistency, stability. And if you cannot provide that for a child, stop having them. If you can't do that for these kids, don't do it. If you're not ready to be a parent, stop fucking unprotectedly. Start using preventative methods. And stop having these children when you're not able to be in their life. That's not fair to them. These children are innocent. They ain't asked to be here. They asked to be here. Also, be careful with who you sleep and lay with. I learned my lesson. Baby, you won't catch me laying with not another to have a baby. Do I want more kids? Absolutely. But I am in fear, okay? If my baby didn't teach me anything else, to be more selective on who you give your private parts to and who you lay down with, because favorite boyfriends can turn into angry baby daddies, okay? Can't stand them. Hatred in my heart for him. I told him he was one black life that didn't matter. Okay? That's how bitter I used to be, but I had to grow from that, because I can't raise a little girl off of that energy, off of them vibes, off of that type of attitude. I had to find forgiveness, move forward, and focus on raising my child. Focus on knowing what type of child I'm raising so she get older. Like I said, these kids will form an opinion on their own. They know who they are and who not they. You don't need to form it for them, okay? So if you came this far into the video, y'all like my new hair color or whatever? Cute. If you came this far into the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Join the squad. Talking with Ken J. Y'all see the shirt. I'm going to start wearing my shirts more often in my videos. I love my shirt. I'm going to get these made in different colors or whatever. The lips, the red, it's everything. Y'all, please share this video. Get your girl up there. Show your love. Show your support. And as always, thank y'all for talking with Ken J.
Like this. Y'all didn't think that I could bump like this. Said I told y'all.